Hello kings and queens, and welcome back to my channel, The Art of Life and Love. My name is Joanna and I'm here to give you tips on how to improve your mental, physical and spiritual health. I also have a blog by the same name, which I'll put a link to down below. There you can view all my articles on my wellness tips, as well as a lot of creative content such as poetry. If you guys watched my last video, which I'll put a link to up here, I showed you my morning routine, how I set myself up for the day, how much joy and bliss it brings me to have a set routine. So if you want to know how to start your day with intention, then go ahead and watch that video. But in that video I also mentioned the fact that I drink Bulletproof coffee. And I wanted to make another video to explain more to you what Bulletproof coffee is and how to make it. So welcome to my little kitchen, which I have in my bedroom. I literally am just that bougie, basically. I do not want to be walking all the way downstairs in this big damn house to get a coffee first thing in the morning, which I know is very lazy, but I accept that and I love myself for it. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make Bulletproof coffee. First of all, what is Bulletproof coffee? Well, basically it comes down to coffee plus 2 core ingredients. And those ingredients are butter, and MCT oil, which is basically a short chain length form of coconut oil. I don't know exactly how they make it. All I know is that it is digested a lot quicker, and so it's better for you in terms of energy and mental health, basically. So those are the 2 core ingredients of Bulletproof coffee. And the reason that these are put into coffee and the reason that people drink Bulletproof coffee, including myself, is because of the boost of energy that it gives you when you down it, or at least when I down it. Honestly, when I drink this stuff, I am wired for the whole day. And I know I said I don't make it after midday, but it is currently about 2 p.m. again. Lazy life, what can I say? But I'm going to make it for you guys and I'm going to drink it because I actually have a lot to do. Which is crazy because we're in lockdown and Joanna, what on earth do you have to do? You don't have a job. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how the time flies and how much I need to do on this blog and on this channel. I'm really pushing to grow my channel and my blog this year. I really want to put all of my effort into it, and so I am putting in the hard graft. So yeah, watch this space when it comes to that. That's those 2. I practically drank it every single day, and I've noticed an amazing increase in not just my energy levels and my ability to do stuff, but my mental clarity as well. It's crazy. You just feel so clear on it and you feel like there's no brain fog. My mental health has improved vastly because of drinking, well, not just because of drinking this, but drinking this in addition to all of the other things that I do and that I share with you. Including it as part of my morning routine has definitely helped improve my mental health. I made a blog post about it, which I'll put a link to down below. So the reason that I call it Jojo's Bulletproof coffee and not just Bulletproof coffee is because in addition to the 2 core elements that I just showed you, I add another 2 elements. Because I'm, again, bougie and I want to make things my own. So I also add maca root powder. This is really good for balancing your hormones. Also, both the guys and gals, it is really good for your sexual function and your libido. So if you are suffering with low libido or you're having problems in the bedroom, I recommend doing a little research on maca powder and potentially adding it to your morning routine. Thank you, maca powder. And then last but not least, my essential turmeric. Boom. Turmeric is just so good for your immunity. It's crazy. As are things like ginger tea, which my granddad used to make when he was ill, and my mum swears by it. I do too, to be fair. So the milk that I use for my Bulletproof coffee is coconut, but I alternate between coconut and almond. I always make sure that it's unsweetened milk, because in addition to keto, I'm also doing no sugar. Oh my gosh. On the day that this is released, which will be the 22nd of January, I will have completed my 21-day sugar detox. No added sugar, ladies and gents. So, without further ado, this is the equipment that you need. Well, not need, you don't need an espresso machine. Joanna, the bougie bitch, needs an espresso machine. But you guys need just a kettle. I have a kettle, I've just put it on the floor because I won't be using it. But I will talk to you about what to do when it comes to it when making the coffee if you don't have a machine. So, I have my Nespresso machine. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the one that begins with I. If I find it, I'll put a link to it down below, but it's not that deep. Obviously, pot pan, my very own stove, lifesaver, mug. This is one of my favourite mugs of all time. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it literally says "Storm in a Teacup." And I remember getting this in Brighton when I was at uni and I was struggling my absolute hardest with my mental health, but I didn't know yet that it was my mental health I was struggling with. I just thought everything was falling apart. And I remember I think I got it in a charity shop and it just said "Storm in a Teacup," and it rings so true. Like, all of life's problems, all of the things that you kind of complain about on a day-to-day, all of the situations that you find yourself in, even if they seem like the worst thing in the world, you just got to remember they're as small as a storm in a teacup. Don't make your issues bigger than they need to be. And I love that, so I drink from this mostly every day. Cool. And then last but not least, I've got my espresso pods. Oh, I'm so happy because I just bought in a new batch yesterday. I was really broke the other month, so I couldn't buy an espresso. I had to buy like a budget brand off of Amazon, and I regretted every cup. But I've wronged my righted my wrongs, and I've got myself an espresso Colombia. So, what I do is I will measure out. Ow! Wow. I will measure out my coffee into the mug, and that just makes sure that I don't overdo it. I don't want to waste milk, so I measure out in the cup first. Always leave enough room. I don't know if you see that. Always leave enough room for your coffee. Don't make the mistake of filling it right to the top. It's not hot chocolate. I wish it was, but it's not. And then I will add my turmeric. So I usually say like a dash or two. With the maca powder, I would say half a teaspoon. Have I forgotten my teaspoon? Obviously. With maca powder, I would say half a teaspoon. Maybe a third of a teaspoon, I would say. There you go. Then before everything's falling apart, with MCT oil, I would just put a capful in. Only put more than that if you want to be running to the toilet every day, or if you know you're going to be near a toilet all day. Especially if this is the first time making it, this will rip through your guts like a hurricane, so just be warned. I mean, I guess if you already have good gut health, it won't, but if you had McDonald's last night and then you make yourself a Bulletproof, you're going to be in a little bit of a pickle. So there we go. And then finally, I've got the butter. So I only used this butter because it was the butter I had when I discovered Bulletproof coffee, and I'm not one to waste much, so I use it. But I think the next time that I go out and buy myself some butter, I will make sure that it's like proper butter, unsalted, all of that good stuff. But for now, clover it is. I'm not even sure if clover is butter. Is that bad? Is it called clover because it's made from clovers, or is it just the brand? I guess we'll never know. And this is really, really empty. Like, that's how much fucking butter I've been putting in my coffees. But that's just part of keto, man. You have to eat fat, and butter is fat. Woo! And it's the only dairy that I've been eating the entire time as well. Haven't been having dairy, haven't been having sugar, no gluten, no alcohol, no smoking. It's been hard, it's been a hard month, I won't lie. Right, so this is what mine looks like with all my stuff in it. Doesn't look that appealing right now, but I assure you it does taste lovely and frothy. If you want to, you can add sugar syrup to it or sugar-free syrup. That's completely up to you. My favorite sweetener at the moment is erythritol because, you know, it's plant-based, so it's not chemically manufactured like stevia or any of those other sweeteners. And it doesn't get absorbed by your blood, so it doesn't affect your insulin levels. Yeah, you can add sugar if you want to, and if you are going to, you can either add it into the cup before you add your coffee, or you can simply put it into your pan. So, okay, let's add the coffee. In terms of my coffee machine, obviously I'm going to add the Nespresso pods, but if you don't have an espresso machine, which I'm guessing the majority of you don't, you will just boil a fraction of water. So boil some water, add it to the bottom of your cup, maybe like that much I would say, and then pop your coffee granules in. You're basically just making yourself a manual espresso. So that is just coffee granules and water. The more water you put in, the weaker the coffee will taste. So that's completely up to you how much you want to put in. But for me, I'm gonna go ahead and put in my pods. This is my hot steaming mug of coconut milk with turmeric, maca powder, MCT oil and butter, just a teaspoon of butter. Just make sure that you're keeping an eye on it whilst it's on the stove, because it would be very, very easy for it to boil over without you noticing, and if you boil milk you will burn it and it will taste horrible. And then pour it into your mug, and I'm not going to do that here because I will always spill it. So I'm gonna go and do it over the sink, and then I will come back and talk to you guys. If you start drinking Bulletproof coffee, or if you have your own ingredients that you add to Bulletproof coffee, please let me know down below what your experiences are, the things that you use. I'm always up for experimenting, and I'm definitely going to be making some more videos about how to make things that I love, especially because I've been exploring with keto recipes, and because I'm now going to continue on with keto. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's out there and what I can make and how I can use food as medicine instead of something that I just stuff in my mouth when I'm bored or when I want to feel some sort of pleasure or whatever. So again, I also have an article on this, so if you want the actual written down recipe, please go ahead and click on that link down below. You'll get even more info about my experiences with it, the pros and cons of drinking Bulletproof coffee, as well as the actual recipe that you can save and add to your Pinterest board. If you would like to follow me on social media, down below I have my Instagram account, Twitter, Pinterest and Facebook group, so please go ahead and join me on those platforms. If you like what you saw today and you like my channel in general, I would absolutely love it if you could subscribe, if you could share my content with your family and friends, even if you simply just put a screenshot of my video up on your story, that would be absolutely amazing. Like I said, I'm really trying to grow this year, and I definitely want to reach more and more people so that I can help them improve their mental, physical and spiritual health. And along the way, you're going to see my journey as well. So my journey with keto, my journey with my mental health, my spiritual health. And I'm actually really, really excited for the year to come. 2021, guys, like I said before, has a great feel to it. Year number 5, let's do this. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Please press that like button to let me know if you like my video or not. It really helps with YouTube's weird algorithms or something, so please go ahead and just click that button. And if you want to be notified of when I release my content every week at Friday 4 p.m, then go ahead and click that notification button and it will deliver a notification straight to your phone. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you're having an amazing mental health week, and I will see you next time. Bye.